everyone, it is Kaahlan, and welcome back to another episode of my Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc playthrough. We just had a whole conversation with Byakuya and Monokuma. Some stuff was revealed. Kyoko apparently has terrible scarring all over her hands. We found a wood key in her room that we're gonna try and use in one of the lockers in the dojo. And we found out that Mukuro Ikusaba was the... Well, I'm a little confused, because the paper we found, the profile, says that she is the ultimate soldier. But Kyoko called her the ultimate despair. And so I'm wondering what's going on there. Anyway, we don't know. Nothing has been revealed. Everything has gotten more confusing. Let's find out what Byakuya has to say. Hurry up and check the locker. That's what we're here for, after all. Okay, I guess I will check the locker. There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right? Yeah,
Very
it says 6.
strange.
I have the key called 6. That's why I clicked on that one. That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right? Yeah, you probably should, Makoto.
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. Man, Makoto, you gotta stand up to Byakuya more. Seriously. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and... click. The locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, there's nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks? Why is that important? Titanium arrows has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Why would this matter? I'm trying to like rack my brain for why a strong stick would matter at all. And I do not know. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. There's also blood on it. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or, perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Wait, yeah, how long has Byakuya had her room key? How would this have wound up in her room if not for Byakuya? Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in this school would you go to do research on something? The library. Yeah, I was already thinking that, Byakuya. But Makoto is obviously not as smart as I. Research. Are you talking about the archive? I meant the archive when I said the library in case that was not clear. That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? You might be surprised, Byakuya. I, too, managed to make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French. I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. I took French in high school. I can say Je m'appelle Kaahlan. There you go. That's it. That's all I got. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? Yeah. That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. And isn't Ragnarok an apocalypse? Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad— oh, the hand tattoo! Wow! Would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean Mukuru Ikusawa's profile has been updated? Ding dong ding bong. Trial time? Oh no, I don't feel ready.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class
I think about that all the
trial.
time already, Monokuma.
So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later!
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Oh shit, boys! Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? Huh? What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking, embrace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Yo, is Kyoko gonna show up? Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. I hope Kyoko just shows up at the trial like, hi guys, what's up? But also, I think Monokuma is gonna punish her, so maybe that's a bad idea. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Or what?
What?
Jesus. Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait, because Kyoko's not here. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
hey,
I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko! I knew it! I knew it was gonna... Okay, she showed up after Monokuma, but I knew it was gonna happen. Kyoko? You're still alive? No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty, officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later.
Shing!
No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of ya. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So, you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? Yeah, 'cause who is dead? He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. My girlfriend! Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Where is the second floor to the dorms? Is that by the warehouse, like the storage room? I guess there's like something there that we weren't able to go in, so maybe that's what it is. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now, I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Interesting.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment for me so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Yo, guys, what if Kyoko is not hiding scars on her hands, but is in fact covering a Fenrir tattoo? Let's go. Let's at least get it started. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. I don't know what else we would do. It's only 17 minutes in the episode. I can't stop now. And the doors slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Wow, this is a very bright trial room. Ah, I've been waiting for this. It feels like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show! And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. I sure do. What if Byakuya did this one, you guys? What if he made Toko plant the bomb in the body upstairs? The only reason I say this, Byakuya has Kyoko's room key. So it's likely that he would have planted the dojo key in her room, because how else could he have? Oh, no. Hold on. That's why Kyoko didn't care when he took her key. If she has Monokuma's tool that can open any door, then it's likely that that includes her own dormitory room. So it's not entirely true that it was Byakuya, but it might be, because why else would he have hidden that there? I don't know. The bloody bandages in the locker are weird. Everything's weird. I don't know. Okay, I have a bunch of skills now. So that's awesome. We'll put on extraordinary focus. We'll put on cool and composed. And I think that's all I have right now, but I think that's perfect. Awesome. And then let's finish our preparations and begin. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Cool, cool.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
No idea.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
that's a ghost!
Okay, hero.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's
Sorry, I
just
definitely
because
just took a drink and I didn't realize my
it's
drink
like
was at the bottom and it
latest
made a big
evolution
sound.
in
I'm
ghost
sorry.
technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
What?
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of
hate
the dead
this.
body.
Hero, you're wasting our
Her
time.
traits?
One important trait that Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. I don't know if the gloves would be a good enough reason. They could have just taken those off, but okay.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Yeah, like Kyoko.
And would you happen to know the answer?
Well,
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
yeah.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to... make my argument. I mean, I guess the tattoo?
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Let's see.
Okay,
Let's just see what
prove
they
it.
have to say.
Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
I'm a ghost?
Then She was
Interesting.
wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely
Okay, I think
Kyoko.
it's the fake nails
This
then.
entire discussion is idiotic.
It might be the fake nails with the gloves. Who wears fake nails with gloves, right? I don't actually know if that's
Kyoko
true.
there is just a ghost.
It could be the tattoo on the right hand.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
I feel like it
Prove
might
she's
be the
not a
tattoo.
ghost.
But also, but really,
The
who
dead
wears
body
fake
wasn't
nails?
wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
I was wrong. God damn it. If it's the fake nails, I'm gonna be mad.
Shoot.
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. I need to go with my gut
Kyoko there
instinct.
is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove
The dead body
They got burnt up in the...
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Oh my god. I
That
just
corpse
clicked
is
wrong so
absolutely
many times.
This entire discussion is
Oh my god.
That Kyoko... Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing.
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing gloves before the.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Okay, I was right the first time. Why did it? I gotta stop going against my gut instinct, dudes. I do crap like that
No,
all the time where I'm
there's
like,
no
nah, I
way
don't
the
know, that
corpse
doesn't
was
seem
wearing
right.
gloves.
Why would it have pointed out the tattoo if
Whoever
it was the fake nails?
They were wearing
Fuck.
fake nails, remember?
I'm so mad at
I
myself.
imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big
Yeah,
pain.
it would be a pain.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated
I
like that.
okay, Hero. God,
Anyone
actually,
doesn't know
Hero
women
is worse than Byakuya. That's what I've decided
Well,
now.
Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom
That's a
made
big
to the
claim.
size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right
Yeah,
here.
I agree.
Okay,
Okay,
so then,
Byakuya is still
who's the
terrible,
real
but Hero
victim?
also
First,
terrible.
we need to figure that out.
I have no idea who
That's
the real
the
victim
first
is.
thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging
Is it
us
actually
around in
Mukuro
circles.
Ikusaba? Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Sprinkler's exploded body analysis tattoo on the right hand. Probably the tattoo.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
Good question.
Gotta be
I don't
some
know.
way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Yes, that is
And there
accurate.
wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Also true?
Well, if we can't identify the body,
Maybe.
Then there's nothing else we can do,
I
right?
have to go through so I see everything, just to make sure I'm not prematurely picking
If
something.
Kyoko
I think the
really is
tattoo
still
makes
alive,
sense.
Then who died?
there's gotta be some way to think. I don't think so. The face was, and there wasn't any Well, if we can't identify the body,
Okay.
No,
Whew.
that's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
what? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
I don't think so. I think it might
Oh,
be...
yeah. The design's
Okay,
pretty
look,
strange,
hear me
huh?
out. I'm gonna
Is
take
this
off auto for a second.
dog?
I feel like this is just a red herring. I feel like they're just trying to throw us off the scent. Okay, so hear me out. I still am holding firm that this is probably Junko's body. The burnt hair, the fake nails, the boots, all scream Junko to me. Someone who's like, ultimate soldier just doesn't seem like they would be a fake nail wearing type. So what if this tattoo was just faked on? Cause like a tattoo's not gonna blow off in a freaking explosion. Like it might get singed, but like it doesn't look like her hand got singed, so it's not like the tattoo's gonna like get marked off. It probably got washed away by the water, cause it's not real. Anyway, okay, here's my current theory. We'll find out soon, I'm sure, but basically I have a feeling this is Junko's body. And since I don't think it was Kyoko, I think this body may have been planted here by Mukuro Ikusaba to distract us, and like make us think that she's dead. I don't know how a trial would actually go if there wasn't a real murder, but you know, that's all I've got so far. So
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
okay, Toko, let's calm down.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear.
I got it!
Okay.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba
And then everyone's gonna
belonged
be
to.
like, who the fuck is that?
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere
I guess
on their
we
body.
did tell everyone about Mukuro. I just
Fenrir?
forgot. The image that represents Fenrir is a wolf. Oh, Hangman's Gambit, okay. Nice, very difficult. Very difficult. Wow. That
Now
was
I
so hard.
understand.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf face. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Thank you, Toka.
After all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. And that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir.
Yeah,
So it must have been Mukuro.
must have been.
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusama.
Really?
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermind.
She wasn't.
title
She's
to
the
me.
ultimate soldier.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Maybe Kyoko's ultimate despair.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Literally called the ultimate soldier.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Yeah, why did
If I
Kyoko call her
remember
ultimate
correctly,
despair?
That other information came from
Kyoko.
Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
Yeah,
So
why?
that means Kyoko got it
No,
wrong?
because she had the profile. She lied.
Who was she? Who was Mukuro
Why?
Ikusama?
Why? Tell
She's been
me.
gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually, when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
We didn't know
Which would
about
mean
her.
She was the same as us. Just another participant.
Of course she wasn't important. Where the
Then
hell was
who's
she
the
though?
real mastermind?
Where has she been?
It must have been the
Where did she
Wolf's
come
Peak
from?
Academy
Where did she
headmaster
go?
after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro.
That doesn't
is
make
wrong.
any sense. Kyoko literally has
My
the
information
sheet
was not wrong.
with ultimate soldier on it.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
Shut up, Monokuma.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Wow.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big old brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
I mean,
Wait,
it was
no.
probably Kyoko. She
There's
was
a
in my
chance that
room.
There's some mystery 17th person who's been
Probably
hiding
not,
all
Hero.
along.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Why would Mukuro have
Seriously?
been split off from
Then
us?
one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
I don't
Get a
understand.
hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Oh, me or Kyoko?
I'm
Yeah,
sure
okay, that's
you
right.
realize who I'm talking about,
I
right,
think
Makoto?
I think
Who
it might
the
be
evidence
Byakuya.
points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects, me and Kyoko.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Yeah,
Why do
okay,
you
who
say
stole the
that?
bomb?
Allow me to explain.
Who set us up the bomb?
Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden.
Throwback.
So I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
The whole time?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Unless it was Byakuya and he made Toko plant the bomb when she went up to get the pickaxe. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden yet. Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
Around 9
The one who saw the
a.m.
body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? At 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
It sure is. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around...
Yeah?
Oh, yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Yeah, but the murder happened after 7:30 a.m. because her body's not wet. Wow. Sorry. Okay then, it looks like the game has begun. I should have read that, but it's okay. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Sprinklers.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Yep.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
I don't know exactly where I should be putting this. Maybe at 7:30? I'm just not, this is where I get
Established a time frame for the murder.
like kind of stuck up because like really I'm just not sure exactly which one it's looking for here. Probably the 7:30 one.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Damn, which one does it want? Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on.
Shoot!
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
We've established a time
See,
frame
this
for
is
the
what I
murder.
mean. I don't know what it wants from me
It
here,
took
other
place
than I know
somewhere
that
between
it's...
10 o'clock at
I
night
have to talk about the
and
sprinklers.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
What? What does it
That's
want
more
from me
than
here?
enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be
What?
the time.
I'm not sure. Maybe it wants me to copy? Yes, I know the course is totally almost dry.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between
Maybe it's
10
the
o'clock at
exploded
night
body analysis since it's not
and
wet.
9 o'clock in the morning.
I'm not, I really am not sure. This is, I'm just not sure what it wants from me here, even though I know that the contradiction is that the body is dry. God damn it. This is what I mean. I don't know what it wants from me.
Shoot!
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that
It
time.
would, I don't even think it would make sense to do this on the, oh, I did not mean to just do that there.
That's more than enough
Like-
time to commit murder, right? So Makoto, if you have
And I don't
any
know what I
objections,
would
now
copy
be the
here.
time. We've established a time
I'm gonna
frame
just
for the
try
murder.
sprinklers on the 10 o'clock
It
because I
took
really
place
don't know.
Somewhere between 10
No, that's wrong.
Was that really what it was? Okay, this is what I mean. Obviously it was sprinklers, and obviously it had to be on a
Actually,
time, but
the
like,
murder
why was
couldn't
it the
have
10
happened
o'clock
anywhere near 10
and
o'clock.
not the
It had
7:30?
to have taken place way later.
Okay.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30
Okay,
every
here's-
morning, right?
I guess, like, the contradiction is like, oh, well, it wouldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock because of the sprinklers. But I feel like I could have just as easily have used that on the 7:30 to be like, well, the sprinklers go off at 7:30, so why isn't the body wet? Like, okay. It's
So if
fine.
the body
Moving
had
on.
been in the garden before 7:30,
Sometimes
then
the
it
logic
should have been
confounds me.
completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
That was after I threw the water on it.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How?
You know what? We're gonna save right here and find out how Toko is wrong on the next episode. This is exciting. I still am not really sure what's going on for this trial, but when am I ever? Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. If you would be so kind as to like, comment, or subscribe, I would appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!